Have you tried Lubrisyn and Reborn? They will help your horse run faster, jump higher, perform stronger, last longer, and be a $1 million baby. Our all-natural products are proud to be a winning part of the best equine athletes in the world. Take our path to the winner's circle. Both products are safe and effective for equine, canine, and other animals. Call for details today.
We're so excited to have Dr. Allday here. We're going to be introducing the Lubrisyn special. You're going to see on our shows all about joint care, ins and outs of how and why to take care of your horse, and more importantly, what can I do to help my horse be a better performance horse and have him in my life for as long as possible? Hey, if you're watching this show, you love horses. We're just so excited to be part of the Lubrisyn family. We're offering these products now. I want to welcome Dr. Allday to our show. Welcome. It's a privilege having you here.
Appreciate it.
And I'm really excited about you telling our audience about this product. And so first, tell me about Lubrisyn.
Well, Lubrisyn was basically developed because of my interest in lameness work and on the racetrack primarily. And then what we ended up doing was we ended up making a product. Instead of the injectables, we wanted to find a way to maintain horses' careers and soundness and performance ability at the highest level without having to inject them as often. And what we found was we found a way to keep them sounder and make it more cost effective, but also make it more convenient, more comfortable, and more practical for the horse without less danger, infections, or possible reactions from injecting in particular.
So this product here, we have a whole array of products here. We have Lubrisyn, you have HU, you have all these different products. Now, I've been using Lubrisyn now for close to, about 4 or 5 months now, and I've got older horses. I got, a 30-year-old stallion. I've got, horses in their 20s, and I wish that I took better care of them when they were younger. But I found myself later in their careers having to go and use injectables and even had to inject some hocks. If I had taken care of this earlier on, I virtually wouldn't have had this problem. So it's like people today, if you say, I shoe my horse, I give excellent shoeing, I give excellent teeth work, I vaccinate him, I give him worming, I take all care of that. But joint care sometimes be the last thing on the list, where right now I'm thinking that's got to be just as important as worming, teeth, shoeing, riding technique, saddle fit. So give me some insight about how these veterinarians today are they proactive, or are they kind of fixing the cattle or trying to fix the fence that the cattle get loose?
Well, it's a mindset on how you want to practice. I've always practiced preventative medicine because my credo has always been that preventative medicine is always better than restorative medicine. And what that means is that if you can stop a problem due to a conformation defect, or maybe a surface, or a defect in the way they're shod improperly, as far as natural, the way they break over, things like this, you can probably maintain the overall soundness of your horse much better, in addition to doing their teeth, making sure their diet's balanced and been formulated for the use level that they're going to have, that you have the right condition score, that you have the right equipment on their back, like you said earlier, a saddle that fits, a girth that basically doesn't bind or basically doesn't rub or irritate them. Bottom line is, joints are the same situation, and what we know now is that a normal senility change or a normal age in all mammals is that they are going to experience some level of degenerative joint disease. And degenerative joint disease is expressed in the way of osteoarthritis. So therefore, everything that we can do to try to prevent that, because it's an inevitability that everybody's going to succumb to it if you're a mammal, because you have end cap cartilage in a joint capsule with synovial fluid that's going to get wear and tear due to the way you're made and the activity level that you do, whether you're a basketball player, a football player, your horse, if he's straight behind, if he's a little bit long in the pasterns, if he's real upright, they're going to suffer the effects of those conformational defects. And all mammals do to some extent. What we know now is that when we get these horses right, once we get them trained well after a lot of time and trouble that we put into the training, conditioning, their condition scores, their muscle development, all these things, the one thing that may have gotten overlooked for a long time was their joints. And now that we have something of this nature that's more convenient, that we can feed them daily, we can take advantage of everything we can on their joints as well as we can, the things that we develop their muscles, how we shoe them, and all the other preventative measures that we do, the way we float their teeth and whatnot, the way that we fit a bit in them. And so it's just the overall package of preventative medicine, knowing that they're going to succumb to these things eventually, but to try to elongate and get more longevity out of a productive career of our horses' lives.
It's almost too good to be true that, it's virtually, very, very inexpensive daily. I give my horses like, this oral, like almost like a pace warmer type scenario, inject it right in their mouth.
Sure.
And they have no problem taking it. They look forward to it.
Yep.
But it's just astounding how something this simple works so good.
Yeah.
And you have quite a profile with some pretty high profile horses. I mean,
well, I've been blessed, trust me.
Kentucky Derby winners.
Yeah, and the most right now, out of the Triple Crown races, I'm probably the only living veterinarian that has that many, and I've worked on more Breeders' Cup winners than any veterinarian in the world. But it's just, I've been very, very fortunate working on really good horses, and people have entrusted their care to me over the last 25 years. So like I said, I've lived a rather charmed or very blessed life as far as the athletes I've worked on.
These are $1 million horses.
Multi-million-dollar horses.
Yeah.
Fusici Pegasus, who won the 2000 Derby, was sold for $67 million.
67. Okay, and so this is a horse that you take care of.
Yeah.
Okay, so now tell me about. But now you have these $67 million horses. Can you tell me about Cowboys that team rope? I mean,
well,
you have $67 million race horses
yeah.
you work with, and now you have my buddies I grew up with in high school rodeo and team
Sure.
rope and so forth. So I've never met somebody who has that much of an eclectic approach to breeds and disciplines. The highest of the high, and us Cowboys. I'm not saying we're the lowest of the low,
No.
but how's that work?
Well, I was born and raised on a farm in northeast Texas, and that's my heritage. That's where I was born and raised. I'm a Texas A&M graduate, both undergraduate and veterinary school, and
You're a cowboy.
Yeah, my mother always said you can take the boy out of Texas, but you can't take Texas out of the boy. So, this is my background. This is what I've done every day of my life. Now, when I go to the racetrack, I still wear a pair of jeans, I wear boots, and I wear a shirt like this. But, the hat is a little tough for the racetrack
Sure.
guys to take. But there are places like Remington and Oaklawn Park where Cowboys send in pretty good. But, I don't treat them any different. An athlete's an athlete. A good horse is a good horse. I've come across thoroughbred athletes that are just extremely intelligent and very, very physically gifted, like Uncle Mo, who was a champion 2-year-old last year and was favorite for the Derby this year. He didn't run because he had a liver ailment, and we diagnosed it, and we got him right now, so he's back. But Fusici Pegasus, and then Chad Masters left 2 horses with me this winter for me to figure out. And
This is the team roping
yeah,
guy.
he's a world champion team roper, and a phenomenal horseman. He's from right here in Clarksville, Tennessee, just several hundred miles south of here. And then Speed Williams is an 8-time world champion header. He's a really close friend of mine. I got a horse of his at my place right now. I've worked on horses for Tyler Magnus, as you probably know. And
he has Lubrisyn on his show.
yeah, he's been using Lubrisyn for going on like 6 years now. So, and then I work for Paul Fudge, who, is from Australia, one of the richest people on the continent in Australia. He buys thoroughbreds, and he buys several $1 million worth of thoroughbreds per head, So
you have your hands full
Yeah.
with these customers that have big expectations. So I heard today, someone asked today at our tour stop, we're here in Rochester, Indiana, and we have in the middle of a potential storm coming in here.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the persons said, what's the side effect of Lubrisyn?
We did that. We did that on a commercial a number of years ago. Todd Pletcher had said something, and he's a pretty great guy. He was a leading trainer in the country, obviously, several times. He's 5-time Eclipse Award or champion trainer in the United States. He said, the gal said, would you recommend Lubrisyn to your other competitive trainers that you compete against? And he looked, no, I would never recommend Lubrisyn to my competitors. No, he says, I want the edge.
Right.
Well, he was just being a little sarcastic, kind of funny about it. But when we first did these commercials, somebody said, what's a side effect of Lubrisyn? I said, there's one side effect I can tell you. If you're using it and your competitors aren't, I said, you're winning, and they usually aren't. So
Right.
that's a pretty good side effect.
Pretty good side effect.
Yeah.
Now, I see also here, we have, the Lubrisyn product, but This HU, what's
Yep.
up with this?
Well, this is a human version. This has got some flavoring in it, and it's basically lower sodium, and it's formulated for people. I basically take the horse stuff myself because that's what I got on the counter for myself and my horses and the dogs. But
So wait, you take the horse stuff?
yeah, I do.
You don't take the HU?
I do take it when I go on the road. I take one of these with me because I can put it in my bag, and it's convenient to travel with. But
Okay, so this is basically the same thing, but it's got flavor in it.
you got it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I can't just take the,
Sure you can.
okay, this
Yeah.
tastes better.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely tastes better.
And so, us baby boomers, there's parts of my body are sore.
Don't work as good as they used to.
There again, this here,
Yeah.
try it. You'll be, what are my expectations with this?
Well, I tell you what I did. I thought I was a little younger than I am. I went snowboarding with my son in Breckenridge, and I jammed up a knee pretty good. And all day long, I get up and down. I check legs on horses. Well, when your knee's full of fluid and it's kind of painful to flex. It's kind of hard to examine horses. So I started taking it, right after I'd started making it. And then all of a sudden I was better and better, and I got in the habit of taking it every day. And bottom line was, a couple of people who know me for years says, wow, you're really getting around good. And I said, I really actually am getting around pretty good. And that's really the only thing. I don't take like anti-inflammatories.
Right.
Because I don't, they're bad for your kidneys, they're tough on your stomach, they're hard on your liver.
This is a great alternative.
Yeah, so this is a natural alternative. It keeps you healthy. It's that's why I look as good as I do. And I was only kidding. I'm not 53. I'm 63.
This product, we've been on RFD, since 2002.
Sure.
It's been a blessing and a privilege being on this network. It's grown, but without sponsors, it's really hard, to be out here with the economy the way it is. But we only have a handful of sponsors, but we're really happy to be behind this because number one, hey, we use it. And we won't really recommend something we don't use.
Sure.
And so, we look forward to, seeing you on the road, seeing you in California at our ranch. More importantly, check out our website now. We're going to be offering these products, and we're going to probably offer the best prices out there in the industry. And so if you want your best price in Lubrisyn, hey, check us out. But more importantly, check out his website to find out more about how this stuff works, why it works, and find out some other testimonies out there that there's an abundance of information about how wonderful this product is. So, hey, it's been a pleasure having you on our show.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to having you help horses.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dennis. Cut.